A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. In this particular session, I'm going to be talking about an important factor of the twin flame ascension journey that needs to be understood by every single person so that they can grow and they can swiftly enter into union stage, which is very important because it is the union stage where the masculine and feminine energies both blend in and merge into one. After which you will enter singularity, which is the final stage of this journey. You must have heard somewhere or seen somewhere that there are people who are getting abused for many years, but they are getting abused by someone. There is a perpetrator. So there is a victim and there is a perpetrator. The victim can easily get out of the perpetrator's control, but they do not. They stay in the abuse for many years. They stay with the perpetrators for many years. Sometimes they know that they are getting abused. They know that they are going through a lot of torture and trauma. But they continue to be in that relationship. This is called the Stockholm Syndrome, where the victims experience positive feelings towards their abusers. They even have sympathy for the abusers. They will justify why this person is abusing them. They will justify why this person is treating them badly and how the victim sees the perpetrator also as a victim. In the healing work that we do, we tell our students, we tell them to forgive all the people who have hurt them. But we don't tell them that you should forgive them and still continue to hover around them, or still continue to expect from them, or still continue to be emotionally attached with them. In scenarios where there is no way the physical proximity is there or the relationship is still there, especially when it is family situation, whatever the situation is, due to which you have to be around that person, maybe for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or for certain task that needs to be done. Maybe you are legally involved in something, maybe you have a business, you don't want to let it go either. Whatever the case is, we tell you not to bond with that person because you know that this person is probably either into narcissistic energy or they are desensitized towards other people's pain or even other people's requirement. In that case also, we ask you to be around them in a very detached zone. Forgive them but forget not. Forgive them because you want to be peaceful, and you also forgive them because they know not. That's what Jesus said, that forgive these people because they don't know what they are doing. God forgive their sins because they don't know what they are doing. But Jesus Christ also got resurrected. Actually, his original name is not Jesus Christ. In Hebrew language, his name was Yeshua, and in English, which translates to English as Joshua. Why did they change the name? Because the New Testament was originally written in Greek, not Hebrew or Aramaic. So, actual name is not Jesus Christ, it was Yeshua or Joshua. And in our language in India, we call him Isa Masih. We call him Isa Masih. We don't call him Jesus Christ. Isa was his actual name, and Masih because he was a Messiah, what we call Messiah in English. In Hindi or in Urdu language, it is Masih. So, if you look at the dictionary meaning of Stockholm Syndrome, it says feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim towards a captor. What are the signs of Stockholm Syndrome? Positive feelings towards the captors or abusers, sympathy for their captors' beliefs and behaviors, and negative feelings towards police or other authority figures. Sometimes this negative feeling is also inflicted upon the victim by themselves, because they feel that the perpetrator or the captor has gone through this or has gone through that, or they have been raised in such a way, their upbringing is this or upbringing is that. Oh, so they are so sad, and we need to feel pity for them. We need to do whatever they ask us to do, and we need to go through all the trauma, all the torture that they are giving to us. This is how the victims behave when they have this syndrome. Many of these terminologies that I'm using, these are not actual psychological diagnoses, and I personally feel that the medicine world that we belong to right now, it is not fully equipped to even understand a lot of things. Like, it is medically proven that the medicines that people get for mental disorders like narcissism or schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder, split personality disorder, all of these problems cannot be cured by pills and medication, and yet people all over the world are being given pills and medications because everybody is looking for instant cure. They don't have the patience to sit down, relax, and go into their mind and understand that this is a problem that is coming from their own self, and it is a recurring problem. So it is not a psychological diagnosis. It is in fact a way of understanding the emotional response that some people have towards captors, abusers, or perpetrators. Sometimes people who are held prisoners and they are subjected to torture and abuse, they can also have feelings of sympathy for the person who's torturing them, and it is quite strange. We are finding it very strange when we are listening to it or when we are talking about it. But we forget that a lot of people display this habit or this emotion. You have to look around and you have to also look within. The reason why we are talking about this in the Twinflame Ascension journey is a lot of the people who are now adults in their childhood were abused by the system, by their parents, by actual abuser, which is more evident. Abuse is happening everywhere, but in some cases the abusers are evident because of physical abuse or sexual abuse. So you cannot forget those people, and you know that they did something wrong to you. But the way they groomed you or the way you were programmed, you were supposed to, or you thought it would be okay to continue a relationship with them or even feel bad for them. So this is an aspect which needs to be healed, because otherwise you will keep on attracting people in your life who will do harm to you, who will treat you very badly, who will be very negative towards you, who will discard you, who will reject you, who will throw you away, but still you will have some kind of affection towards them. And in many cases I have seen people are in false twin relationships, or supposedly they are thinking somebody is their twin flame, and that person has been treating them very badly. They have treated this person very badly. This person means the one I'm talking about here. They have treated this person very badly. They have tortured them. They have, emotionally also they've tortured them. They have always ignored them. They've never loved them. They've never cared for them. They have put them through all sorts of emotional abuse, and in some cases even physical abuse, domestic violence. In some cases, they have robbed them, they've taken money from them, they've taken a lot from them. And despite all of these traits, all of these situations that the victim was subjected to by the perpetrator, the victim still is waiting for that person, still thinking about that person, still missing that person. And they have a war going on in their mind all the time. The victim remembers all the bad things this person has done to them, or whatever they are capable of doing, or how cold-hearted they are, or how selfish they are, how much they use other people, how materialistic they are, how body-oriented they are. They know all of those things. But some of the things, in between, which were purposely done or thrown at the victim like breadcrumbs, they remember that also, and they think that this is true love, this is pure love. And many years go by in waiting. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And there are also people, there are also behaviors around them which justify this waiting. Yes, it is true love. You must wait for this person. It's alright. It's alright. In many of my channeling sessions and many of my readings also, I have told you guys that there is a thin line. There is a thin line between being patient and waiting for someone. There is a thin line in wasting your time. Sometimes wasting your time might look like you're doing inner work. Because in your mind, you are not doing anything substantially. In your mind, in your physical reality, you are not doing anything, but you are thinking that yes, you are, because you are waiting. Okay, so this is the reason why this syndrome had to be explained to you in a proper video. Another reason why this syndrome happens is because of trauma bonding. Before I explain that to you, let me first give a little bit more clarity on this. What is the feeling that the victims experience, the positive feelings? The feelings can be anything from compassion to empathy to even genuine feelings of love, to even thinking that this is the one for me, this is my soulmate. I've seen multiple documentaries, to be honest, of serial killers, of kidnappers who kidnapped somebody or who kept someone as a captor. And this I'm telling you only as an example, so please take it only as an example for your learning, because many people cannot afford therapy or they are not sure what is therapy all about. Therapy is for you to get detached from all of these issues so that you don't wait for the wrong person for the rest of your life, so that you attract the right people in your life, or at least you are focused into following your heart, following your goals, and living a very emotionally healthy life. If you do not know how to live an emotionally healthy life by yourself first, all this while you have been depending on other people. Now is the time to first independently, individually do everything that you want to do. And once you have become fully independent, only then you will attract a person who will be like a mirror to you, if you want to attract, that is. Because I know there are many people who are happy by themselves also. They really enjoy this and they can do it for the rest of their lives, and they do it also. Very high level practitioners, very high level masters, they are always by themselves. They may have been married in their past, or they may even have had children, but after they realize that their responsibilities are over, their children are settled, or their duties are done, they move on and they do their own practice by themselves. Some of them do that, and some of them have many friends. Some of them are so happy. See, you have to understand why these people are able to do so, why they are able to live independently and individually. There has to be something in it. Although the media is programming you to find someone, to be with other people, to be a part of the gang, to be a part of a group, to fit into the society. But how come these people who are not fitting into the society, who are wearing certain type of clothes, who are eating certain type of food, who are living by themselves, what is it that they have tapped into that they don't need anyone but source? There are also people who are living in demonic energies and they are also by themselves, but you will see that they are not as peaceful as those. Those don't need any validation, but the ones who are trapped in the materialistic reality, they need a lot of validation, no matter how successful they are. The more successful they are, the bigger the need for validation for them. However, if you feel that yes, you deserve to be with someone nice, someone who's going to love you, someone who's going to understand you, first and foremost, you need to love yourself, and first and foremost, you need to understand yourself fully. Because you have to understand one more thing, that it will be a better life, it will be a more enjoyable life or time if you are with someone who matches your energy, who is a proper match to you. You don't need to do any compromises. You don't need to just manage somehow. Okay, 50% this person is like me, 50% I will manage, or 50% I will compromise. Compromise happens in small things also. That is not, the word is not compromise for it. The word is living with other people, understanding other people, accepting other people, acknowledging other people. Acceptance is the correct word, but compromise is not a correct word. If you have to compromise, it means even you are not going to be fully yourself. Okay? So people have compassion, empathy, and genuine feelings of love for those who are their abusers. You will or you can. There is a possibility that if you are experiencing the Stockholm Syndrome, like there must be different types of people who are listening to this content. One, who are listening to this content because they want to learn something new. It's a very interesting subject. As a part of their inner work journey, it can add on to something, and they enjoy, listening to these topics, these subjects. And it's also something which is visible. If you think about it, you can see it almost everywhere. It's happening in smaller proportions. Then there are people who will identify with this behavior because again they want to heal themselves, they want to get out of toxic relationships, or they want to get out of waiting energies. They have been in waiting energies for too long. They keep looking at YouTube videos under channelings and guidances. They see that people are writing comments, yes, I got the contact, or yes, or this happened, yes, now I rejected that person, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. They are reading a lot of people's comments who are saying, I 100% resonate with it. This is my story. It's happening with me. And they feel it's not happening with me. Some of the times I have read comments of people when I speak about, block, unblock. I made a channeling called Block, Unblock. When I shared that channeling, there were 50% people who said, yes, it has happened with me. And there were 50% who said, it has not happened with me. And it's been so long. So why these things matter to you, why someone keeping you blocked for 3 years or 4 years matters to you, is because they have spoken to you in such a way, or they've been raised in such a way where they feel that whatever they are doing, all the bad things they are doing to you, all the emotional damage they are doing to you, it is justified. They are not only convincing you, or they have convinced you, but they have convinced themselves also. Okay, and you may have started over identifying with the narcissistic person. Narcissistic person or people, they don't believe in inner work. They do other things. They can do outer work. You will never see them doing inner work. Even when they are doing physical exercises, or they are doing some kind of fitness based exercise, they are only doing it for the beautification of their body, because they want to look good. They want to have good muscles or good body, if for women and men both, so that they can attract other people, or they can have other people's admiration. But there are also some people who are involved in fitness activities because they feel it's good for their body, it is healthy for them. They like to go out, they like to be in outdoors, they like to be in fresh air. Narcissistic people will always be surrounded by lots of mirrors and a lot of people who constantly praise them, who constantly talk highly about them. They will not enjoy their own company. They cannot live alone. They simply cannot be by themselves. Okay, but you have started over identifying with the narcissistic person. Maybe you're not doing it in your romantic setup. I always feel if you're drawn to a certain type of information based content, video, or a subject, there has to be something in your heart which connects with it, So it may not be necessary that now you're romantically connected with such people. It could be non-romantic relationship also, okay, where you could be going through this syndrome. You might feel like you are the only one who understands this person. In some cases, you even want to heal that person. Somebody had once contacted me. Let me give you this amazing example. There was a lady who had contacted me. I don't remember the name. It was a long time back. And she had written a lot of paragraphs, long paragraphs to me. And she had mentioned that her lover has sex addiction. Okay, addiction. And he sleeps around a lot with other people and this and that. And she is asking me, can you please heal him? Can you please heal him? Obviously, there is a motive. The motive is that she wants him also to be with her only, not be with anyone. But I asked her, How do you know that he has got sexual addiction, sex addiction? Like, is it your guess? Because sometimes we meet people who are just doubting their partners all the time. So in that case, we need to heal the person who's creating the doubts, or, having these imaginary thoughts that my partner could be having sex addiction. Can you please heal that person? Whenever someone wants to heal another person, they should actually heal themselves. Whenever somebody thinks that I need to heal this person or that person, then the healing has to happen within you. Once you are healed within, then automatically in the outside reality, things will, on their own, they will fix by themselves, or they will fall into place. Like how a puzzle is solved, or how you have a big almirah or an open almirah, where things have to be neatly kept. They will all be neatly organized. Organized is the right word that I was looking for. Things will get organized by themselves if you have done the inner work. If you know what is causing you so much pain, if you know who is the punisher here, who is the victim here, what is the problem, what do you stand for, what is behind your pain, what is in the core. If you find all of that out, if you have that much knowledge, that much clarity, things will begin to organize by themselves. So when I asked this lady just to question if it's a doubt or if she's just, just thinking all this. In Hindi we have this word called shak. Shak karna. Some people have a nature. They're constantly suspicious about other people's activities. She said, no, he told me about it. He himself told me about it. I had a conversation with him. I found out about some of his relationships, and he said that I have this addiction problem. Because of this addiction, I need to have these relationships with other women, multiple women, and all the time. But I love you too, so I keep coming back to you also. I love you, you are there, but all the others also I'm involved with because of my addiction. So now this lady has got a sympathy for this man. Okay? She feels bad for this man and she wants to help him out. She wants to heal him. So I asked her the next question, that does this person want to heal? Because if they want to heal, then they should be the one who should be asking for this therapy, not you. You need to heal from your attachment problem, your attachment addiction pattern, or your love addiction pattern, or the Stockholm syndrome pattern, which is very strong in you. She said, no, he does not want to do any healing. Only I want to heal him. So then he does not have any addiction, because people who are addicts, they not only say this, that yes, I am an addict, but I also want to heal. If he does not want to heal, then it is not an addiction for him. He's just probably using it as an excuse. All of this I did not say to that lady, because I don't think she was ready to know any of this. All I asked her, if you want to heal this person, then this person has to come forth and be a part of the therapy. He also needs to actively participate in this therapy. She said, no, I want to be with him always. So there is also a fear that he might leave this person. She is scared that he might leave me if he finds a better person, or if he is attracted to some other woman who's, more enchanting, or, she's more enjoyable, lovable as a person, then he may not come back to me. But she's okay to be with the person who's cheating on her multiple times, and he had not told her about this cheating before he got caught. It was only when she found out, after she confronted him, then only he came up with this answer. So had it been an honest addiction problem, or had it been a genuine concern, the person would have told her beforehand that, look, I am entering into a relationship with you, but this is my scenario, this is my situation. I have an addiction problem. I like to be with other people also. Or I already have someone in my life, because definitely such people would already have other options too. But I am also involved with you. I want to heal this. I also want to get better. I don't want to be with so many people at the same time. So would you still accept me? And I will work towards it. I will change myself. Blah, blah, blah. None of that is there. And let me tell you, in many cases, in most cases, people come up with these excuses only when they are caught red-handed or only when something is revealed. And after revelation also, they will be apologetic. So I tell people, in some cases, people are just waiting for an apology. But there are also people whose punishers or abusers have apologized to them multiple times. They've cried in front of them, they've apologized, but there is no change in their behavior. And neither they are beneficial in any way. They need to be looked after, they need to be taken care of, they need to be pampered. If they have no contribution in your life, then you should keep them in some other aspect, or you should look at a place where they can be quantified. Their existence has to be quantified. Maybe you put them to some job, you give them some work, you give them some employment, you give them salary, and you say, okay, you do this work, and because one of your quality or 2 or 3 of your qualities are good and they can help me. But that does not happen with a narcissist, because a narcissist cannot be of value to anyone. That is the biggest problem with narcissists. Narcissistic people mostly want to be taken care of. They want to be pampered. They have many demands that need to be met. And they also have this expectation, or they also think in their heads that I am giving my time to this person. I am so superior, or I am so amazing. So when people over-identify with such selfish people, with such narcissistic people, you not only feel that you're the only one for them, but you also want to heal them. You also become like a constant supply for them. You become like their caretakers, parents, like a parent figure, but at the same time the relationship is not in that capacity. You might also feel that you two are supposed to be together despite all the harm and abuse they do to you. Narcissistic people don't develop this syndrome in relationships. Stockholm syndrome is a trauma response where your mind and body are trying to protect you by convincing you that an unsafe situation is not so unsafe, and you continue to live in it and you continue to be a part of it. Basically, you're existing. This also happens because of trauma bond, because narcissistic people, they don't experience or they don't develop trauma bonds like victims and their targets do. They don't form any kind of real bond with any of those people with whom they are in relationship with, because they do not attach to people emotionally. They do not have any emotions. In Twin Flame Journey, we tell you, if you have too much emotion, we tell you, please reduce your emotion. Have 50% emotion and have 50% logic and practicality. Those type of people are healthy people. If somebody is 100% practical and 100% they are logical, even that is unhealthy. And those are the narcissistic type of people, because they will calculate every single thing. When they want something from someone, they will be very calculative and they will say the right words to that person. But once they get what they want, that's it. Because they've calculated only till that point. Logically, they have thought about it, that okay, this is what I need from this person. As long as I'm getting it, great. This person is fine. Okay. In some cases, although it's a very deep discussion, which I'll go towards it later, sometimes a lot of narcissistic people who are narcissistic, but there are some other factors also. Maybe they don't have so much confidence, or maybe they have some other issues. They have some other factors also, due to which they hover around a person, and they hover around a person in such a way that they will take a lot from that person. They will act as poor person, poor victim. But they are very smart. They are very smart, because if they were not smart, then they would be like not be hanging around or not be doing anything that is required of them. So they don't attach to people emotionally, but they still are with people because they have materialistic needs. They have materialistic needs from people. Okay? It might seem that the narcissistic people that you're involved with, the person, one person or more, you're involved with is attached to you. But that attachment is not real attachment. It is simply, a lot of it is simply the use of cognitive empathy, the use of psychological manipulation to hook you in and to enforce cognitive dissonance. Let me explain this in simple words for you. In simple words, cognitive dissonance means a state or a state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, confusion, especially when relating to the behavioral decisions and attitude change that you see in another person. So they want to hook you into this confusion. They want you to be basically confused, inconsistent. Like one day they should think you're good, and another day they should, even if you think you're bad, there will be another day when you'll think they're good. And this is also a runner chaser dynamic that people go through. Cognitive dissonance is also a type of runner chaser dynamic, because a lot of people in the twin flame journey have told me personally, they have told me that one day I like this person a lot, the another day I don't like this person, then I'm back to liking this person, then I'm back to not liking this person. There are certain days, weeks goes by when I'm missing this person, I want this person, I'm obsessed for this person, and then few weeks go by when I'm angry, bitter, upset with whatever they have put me through. So one needs to have a balance over this, one needs to have control over this, one needs to have a clear thought about people. Like when they meet someone, they should know very clearly that these are the flaws of this person and these are the qualities of this person. These flaws are unnecessary and I should not get affected by these flaws at all. But the good things, the good qualities, they should be put to some good use. If the flaws are too strong, if the flaws are too high, then it would be better that you don't engage so much with those people emotionally or otherwise also, because the more you will engage with those people, the more they will create this situation of cognitive dissonance for you in your life. So, my dear friends, the reason why I have explained this syndrome to you so that you can have your own understanding about it. So, my dear friends, the reason why I have shared about this syndrome to you is because I would be happy if you can practice discernment and not just follow me. You can go to any website, any good website which talks about this subject. You can Google about this subject, you can watch videos on this subject, and you can learn more about this subject and how to heal yourself. For your personal situations, for hand holding, for therapies, you can check out the description box. You can go through all the details. So one part is to know about this information, and the second integral part is to heal from these problems, is to be in therapy, because therapy does not happen in one day or 2 days. If I also go through some situation which has been in my life for say 2 months or 3 months and I'm healing from it, then what is going to happen is that I need to sit down, I need to give my time to it, I need to give my attention to it when it is troubling me the most. When it does not trouble people, anything, any disease, any issue, any thought pattern, any relationship, any amount of toxicity, when it does not trouble someone, they don't work on it. Till the time it does not, that's what I mean. Till the time it does not trouble someone a lot, they will not work on it. They will not take out their time because it is not that pressing. But when you see in your life you are facing so much, you are going through days or weeks or moments of despair, or maybe you have realized that you keep attracting the same people and the same situations over and over again and you are tired of it, that's the time you would want to do therapy on it. And even people do therapy when they get serious about inner work and when they know, when they're sure in their mind that yes, I want to heal my life, I want to also enjoy my life. What is the point of being on this planet when I cannot even exert confidence, when I cannot be myself, when I cannot live in truth, when I cannot be a free sovereign being? What's the point of it all? Everybody else is doing the same thing. Everybody else is miserable. Everybody else is suffering. Most of you intelligent people have realized by now that challenges don't go anywhere. Challenges are a part of life. No matter who you go to, no matter what you do, nobody can make you laugh for 24 hours, 24/7. Imagine somebody is laughing. Do you think that's normal? That's not normal. We have many expressions, many moods throughout the day. We have different feelings in our heart. In Hindi language, we have a very nice word for it, correct, appropriate word for it, which is manasthiti or manosthiti. So throughout the day, we have different moods, we have different thought patterns. Maybe in the morning when you wake up, you are very excited about something. Like it happens with me when I'm making content. I wake up, I see a video, it triggers me and I say, oh, I'm going to speak about this subject. Let me take a bath, let me have something to eat, some breakfast, and I will definitely talk about this topic. But by the time it is afternoon, so much has happened, so many things have gone by. That particular video or that particular thought does not matter at all. By evening, I've totally forgotten about it because there are other things that are happening naturally. So what my master says is that you should just have only one concern, and that is to be integrated with source throughout the day. Everything else that is already predestined, which is prarabdh, which is already meant to happen, it will happen on its own. Whatever is supposed to happen will happen. It is all happenstance. But whenever something happens, in that particular moment, good or bad, you should be fully present. If you are fully present in your pain, in your sadness, you will see everything about that pain and sadness, what exactly is causing it, where is the pain oozing out from, what is the concern, what is the actual thought, and you can also detach yourself from it and look at the whole situation as an outsider. For example, you are in a negative situation, okay? You identify with that negative situation as me, it is happening to me, right? But if you are able to disassociate yourself from that particular situation only, and as a person you're able to look at it and be like, okay, you know what, this is a girl or this is a person who is in this situation, then you have actually reached a very wonderful state of control. Because then when you're acting as that person, you would have extreme confidence in talking to other people and in dealing with those situations. You would know exactly what to say and when to say and how to say, to whom you need to say, to whom you need to keep quiet, to whom you need to ignore, to whom as in to who you need to ignore. You would know, okay, this person is trying a lot, or this person has this agenda, or this person has this disorder, or this person has this syndrome, or whatever it is that they are going through, and accordingly you will treat them, and accordingly you will also treat yourself. Okay, so it is a great place to be in, and I would really be happy if maximum people are in balance and maximum people know what they're doing and they are following the purpose of their life, because you are here to be a person who's free, who's happy. And when you have a lot of confidence, freedom, you don't even need to display it. Like, I've seen a lot of people doing like some crazy things, and if I go and ask them like, why are you doing this? They say, because I'm a free person. I'm expressing my freedom. So if you're a free person, you don't need to show it off to other people. If you're a free person, you're free. That's it. It's as simple as that. Yes, if somebody puts you in a cage, it is that visible that you are in a cage, you are caged by someone and you're not a free person. It's visible. You can say it, you can sense it. But if you're not in a cage, you're living freely, openly, you're doing whatever you love, you'll automatically, it is visible that you're free, right? So please go through the description box, my dear friends, and be 100% ready before you join any therapy or you want to join any therapy, because therapy will require you to be serious about it. Some amount of seriousness is required and surrender is required. Surrender towards inner work, surrender towards the spiritual modalities, and surrender towards the person also who is teaching you this. So that's why I tell people there are more than 1000 videos on this channel. Watch some of those videos. Obviously you cannot watch all of them. Watch those that you resonate with. and only when you're sure that yes, I want to do inner work, because this is a wisdom, this is a knowledge, this is also hard work. All of this energy work is hard work, and I would love to give it to the person who truly wants it, who's truly deserving, who's truly thinking that yes, I want to change my life, I want to heal myself, and I want to be a contributor in this planet. I want to be a volunteer in this planet. Just the way I am sad and I've healed my sadness, there would be so many people who would be sad and they would want to heal their sadness. I should be able to help someone out, or I should be able to do something else that I want to do. There are so many beautiful things that you can do on this planet. You can only do it when you are happy, relaxed, when you are grateful. And also, the next level of it is not just doing, you are going to be observing the whole process, even though it would appear that you are doing it, but actually you are just observing yourself. And that's why we are all here. We are all here to be observers and to be in singularity. So on this note, I'll see you soon in another one. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.